Okay, announcement pages. Let's talk about this. These are super fun and super informative, and this is another area where you're going to be spending a lot of time is on that home page in each of your individual classes. So let's say you're an educator and you're going to click into your history class. You have your drop-down menu, clicking into history. Oh gosh, what's this? I'm not in my teacher's announcement page. Well, this is something that's called a forcing slide. Sometimes we as teachers want to get information out to everybody, and as you log into our course, we can put these forcing slides up to give you some information. This is one that I happen to have up right now that is reminding all of the parents or guardians to fill out the income statement form. That's something that's mandatory for everyone to do. It's super quick and easy, and this just gives a little brief overview on how to do that and a link on where you can go to get a detailed letter about what this is actually for. But this is a great example of a forcing slide. So sometimes your teachers will put something there if we have a day off coming up, if they're going to be out of the office, if there's a help session coming up, or if there's something special they want to share with you that you need to know about. Always be sure to pay attention to these forcing slides. Don't just click on past them because they are super informative and helpful. The other thing I want to point out is at the top of all of your teachers' home pages is this little box here that says Students. Get the latest version of Microsoft Office for free. This is something that you, as an FLVS student, are entitled to. It is completely free. Just grab your parent or guardian, click that link, and sign up to get access to Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, Excel, all of the Microsoft Office package. So you'll want to make sure that you use your parent's date of birth, not your own, because you have to be over the age of 13 in order to get this benefit. But it is a really great, awesome benefit for all of our students. So let's click in and see what this announcement page is all about. So at the very, very top, there's going to be some buttons up here. Now these are going to change. These are not always going to look like this. Right now what we happen to have going on is send us your photo, click here for information, and these are all going to be clickable links. That's kind of cool. So this would take you to a page explaining what this is all about. This is another link explaining to you about the student or the parent income statement form that needs to be done. And then this is about our photo and video contest. And this is an invitation and it's explaining where to go for our FLVS full-time middle school awards. So we have this. It's where students are nominated for different awards and everybody is invited to come and see who gets what award. It's very fun, very cool, and just a small example of some of the cool things we do together as a school. Every announcement page will have this banner across the top of it. Now, for different grades, obviously the classes are going to be a little bit different. It's always going to be your core classes. It won't have your electives because everybody has different electives. So it would be very hard to put all of the elective page charts there. But this will have what's due in your core classes. So language arts will have what's on your pace chart for this week, math, science, world history. If you're in 7th grade, you might have civics. If you're in 8th, American history. So, all of that information of what's due each week, parents and students will be right here. So scrolling down, this is all about your teacher. Now, this is how you get in touch with us. This is how you learn a little bit more about us. You can click these little links here and it'll bring up a slide that tells you more about your each individual teacher. This tells you how you can reach us. You can call us, text us, or email us. Now, over here, you notice that this keeps changing. It's a blank box, and then it's a welcome back Bitmoji, and then it's a what's due. Your teacher can put rolling announcements there. So this is where you would check to see possibly what's due each week, what your live lesson schedule is. Something that your teacher wants to share with you would be in this little box here. Our office hours here in the full-time program, in the middle school program, are 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. And you can always expect us to return communication within 24 hours. That's 24 business hours. So if you call at 4:45 on a Friday, just know that we'll get back to you after 8:30 on Monday. However, If you call at 4:45 on a Tuesday, you should hear from us prior to the end of business on Wednesday. So we'll always try to get back to you a lot faster than that, but we do have that window of 24 hours. Grading feedback should be returned within 72 business hours, Monday through Friday. Now, of course, your teachers try really hard to get your assignments back to you quicker, but that is the guideline of what we have. If your teacher uses an appointment scheduler, you would click this button. It would take you to the page where they use to schedule appointments. I use Book Me. You can book me. So that's something that you could look for on your teacher's announcement page. If they have a virtual office, you can click this button and it will take you to a Blackboard room similar to the one that we're in right now. This button will be where you click to enter your live lessons. Now, what we mean by live lessons is you have a live lesson schedule, which that button is right here, which will give you your individual live lesson schedule for each class. And when it's that time, you'll click this to enter the Blackboard room for that particular lesson. So let's say you have your history lesson at Monday on 9 o'clock, at 9 o'clock. So you're going to log in a few minutes before 9 o'clock and you're going to be ready to rock and roll. Now, live lessons are a lot of fun. This is where we introduce material, re-enhance what you've already read from the lessons, help you get started on assignments, answer questions, all kinds of fun stuff. It's a really great opportunity for you to interact with your peers and your teachers. When you log into the live lesson room, be sure to sign in with your teacher's last name in parentheses and your first and last name after that. That gives the teachers a heads up on whose student you are and what your full name is. So that helps us identify you. Click here to view your course pace chart. This is individual for each teacher. So this one would have your history pace chart. When you go to your language arts, it would have your language arts pace chart and so on and so forth. I highly recommend printing your pace charts for each individual class because it's going to give you due dates of what assignments are due, when they're due, all kinds of cool information to keep you on track, and you can just mark them off as you do them so that you stay on pace. Each teacher will have course resources. This is the button to click into the morning announcements. We have morning announcements every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 8:45. Log in a few minutes early because you have an opportunity to chit chat with admin. We do the Pledge of Allegiance, guest speakers, all kinds of cool stuff like positive messages for the day, school announcements. Just all kinds of fun stuff happens in morning announcements. It's just a great, fun way to kick off your day on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and it's very informative too. So try to attend those if you can. I highly recommend them because there's a lot of cool stuff that happens in the morning announcements. This is a button to click for the live lesson schedule. One thing that's nice about this is it's all combined together, and I'll just show you what this is. It takes you to a Google Doc with clickable links. So let's say you have to go to your civics lesson at 9 o'clock. You click it, it's going to take you right into the civics room. So this is something that is very functional, useful. It looks confusing, but it's not. Just look for your particular class and look at the time block and what day you need to be there. Boom, done deal. This house room button is where you will go for your house meetings, possibly team tutoring if your house offers weekly tutoring sessions. Our house is the Anchor House, so we have an anchor as our logo, but we have monthly homeroom meetings. So your homeroom teacher will send you an invitation to that, and you'll go ahead and click into that. Thank a teacher button. This is where if you want to tell your teacher's assistant principal in the school how amazing you think your teacher is, click that hashtag thank a teacher button and fill out the Google form, and that will get sent directly to the admin team so that they can recognize your teachers with your kind words because that's something that we love. This is all about testing information and then positive messages. So lots of cool stuff happening under the course resources button. Your course help site is going to be off to the right. It's broken down by module. Each teacher's might look a little bit different, but it's going to have pretty much the same stuff. It's going to have assignment templates, maybe some study guide notes, recordings of live lessons that you may have missed, anything that's helpful to you as a student for the particular course that you're in is going to be loaded onto the course help site. And there's a weekly planners button here that gives you a couple of options of weekly planners to help keep you organized. Your teacher's assistant principal information will be right here, so you can contact your assistant principal if you need to. And if you have any technical issues, that help desk is always available, and this is how you can get in touch with them. So this is the announcement page, and it's got a wealth of information. There's a lot of cool stuff, so make sure that you really dig in and explore it.